This is a 1718, and look at the path that it worked last, which I call the spoon path. This one's it's fairly deep, and it's not too far from where I left off, and it's on a little tiny button. This is the first hole too. Oh Lord. A little deeper. Looked like copper wire, but the root was red. Red root. It's deeper. I think it's filled further in the hole. It's out. I would have to say it's more spoon. More utensil of some sort. Just a sliver of it. The bowl's missing. But there we go. More spoonage. I don't understand why there's so many utensils here. It's a record breaker in one spot. It's just crazy. There we go. Let's keep that luck up. Maybe we'll find another silver one. Alrighty, I just found a spoon in this hole. I went over the top of it, and there was another item in there, and it's right here. It's the, it could be the spoon top for the bowl that I just found, or did I just find another top? I'm not sure. I was just on an hour telephone call in the middle of the woods, and I'm surprised my phone even works. He caught me at the right time, the right location, because there's really almost no cell service here. But anyhow, that's a nice old pewter spoon. So while I was talking to him on the phone, I went around Metal Attack and I switched coils to the smaller one, and I started pulling more stuff out. I found a target there. That one's choppy. That one's a 3031, and I can't wait to do that one. And it's next to a plug that I just did. That one there, I forgot what it is. There's another one right there, and there's one over here hidden behind a tree. So I'm going to go around and figure out. I know that one's going to be a choppy piece of steel. I almost don't want to do. I want to do this one first. This one here is 3031. Let me go over the top of it. I forgot what I found in the hole. Oops! Gotta turn the metal detector back on. It says real deep, but it's right in this area. I'm going to back this in just a little bit so I can swing around. This one sounded really good. I had an old friend that I grew up with called me and tells me what the gang's up to all the time. When you get older, sometimes the friends that you hung around with in the neighborhood, you know, you lose track of them. People get married, stuff like that. Ooh, it's deep. Somewhere in there, I don't want to put that back in my pocket. Clump. Oh, water starting to go in the hole. It's more on this side. think I see something. Ooh, it's round. Oh, that's a large scent. I can tell. Yeah, I knew I hit something special. That's why you got to run them little coils. You run them little coils, you get in between that iron. Let me spray this. Yep. And she is facing to the left. I don't know if that's good or bad. But there we go. 1 cent. A nice fresh pulled large cent. When I get home, hopefully I can clean the date up on that. Awesome sauce. This is a 1516. Sounds shallow. And it sounds like in this area. I had a stick. Never mind. That's exactly where I put my stick. That or it's big. But it's a 1516. Oh, one of the sticks that I had marked the dig had, when I went back to look for the target, wasn't there. I gotta take this clump out. It's gotta be right there. There it is. Another spoon bowl. That makes number 8, I think, for this section. There's a lot of spoon bowls. Like, I have no idea why. All right, let me keep going. $18, $19, and then $20. And it's deep. Basically, still in the section of the spoons. Ah, the rocks are horrible here. Rocks and roots. She's digging deep, I think. What's out? I think. There we go, right there. And we got a button. Yep. Another beautiful old button with shank. This place is awesome. I love that. Well, I dug a big massive hole. I didn't want to dig this one because it was real scratchy, sounded weird. But this sucker was down there. Not sure what that went to. Very odd shaped piece of some sort. Could have been a lever, a handle, a pair of scissors maybe. Yeah, maybe a pair of scissors. Looks like there's a bolt right here. There could be more of it down there. She's riding pretty good. But that's what I got in that hole. Well, I went off the path a little bit. I'm trying to find this one old road. And I don't think it's the path that I'm following. I'm not quite sure where it is. I believe it's that way somewhere. There's this thing here I found. It looked like some kind of Naked and Afraid survival thing going on back here. I'm in the middle of nowhere. This place isn't really mapped, or how to explain it. There's no history of anything here. I just seen a foot trail and I decided to walk it. I stumbled across this, so it sounds like some water over here. There's fresh cut trees right here. Probably make these lean tubes, and a little resting area that someone had. It sounds like a deep gully. I think I'm gonna follow this trail going this way, because that's where I need to go, and see if I can come across the missing road. There is a bunch of rocks down over here, over in that area, which is kind of suspicious. And then there's a trail there, so that might have been part of the old road. I'm not quite sure. Went over here just to check the falls out. Walked up this hill, and then look at this. Someone a long time ago lost a huge tow chain. Ring up a 19, very irony sounding, but look at the size of that. Be nice if there was a lock on one side of it. Right, there we go. There's a lot of chain. I'd love to bring that back. Really would love to bring this back. But it's so heavy. Oh, man. Well, going through the woods, just cutting through to see if I can find any coins or any drops or anything. But I do find an interesting thing I come across once in a great while, but this one's in immaculate condition and it's big. Look at this. That is beautiful. I've been collecting a bunch of these. Oh, there's a couple knobmarks there. Someone's trying to get their calcium. But I've been collecting a bunch of these, and you can turn these into lamp. You can make chandeliers out of this, door knockers, all sorts of things. Door handles. People like these. So this is one of my biggest ones I've ever found. It's awesome. Kind of like making my way back towards the house that I passed. I thought this might have been it, or an anomaly. It was kind of cleared out. And I went over to where that root or the vine is, and it looked like a piece of metal from here. It looked like rusty metal, just the way the angles are on it, but it's the way the tree fell down and screwed the root up, or the vine, and it's shaped like that. So luckily I went through here, and I kept my coil down low and slow, and I got a signal, and it was off the Richter scale. I thought it was going to be like an old beer can, because I did find one of those back here, but no. Way better than a beer can. Look at this. I should have done it live, but it's an old crotal bell. I don't know if it's real old. I'm not sure if it's got flowers on it, but she almost looks like she might be made out of steel, but I don't know. It's definitely a small one. Yeah, I won't know a lot until I clean it up, but I bet you it'll still ring. That's cool. That's another nice old relic. This is a 2526 with cloud. It says it's 3 bars down. Not too far from the crotal belt. But that didn't ring up. That almost looks like it there. What do we got? Kind of weird looking, probably copper pipe with a bunch of holes in it. A hole there, hole there, hole there. I don't know. It could be old. I just don't know what that is. You know, if it was for plumbing, it would leak. I'll clean it up and we'll figure it out. I wasted a lot of time searching the map, trying to figure out where I am, because these maps are horrible. Absolutely nowhere close to today. So I'm going to have to really study the maps when I get home. But anyhow, until then, next week I should be back hitting this place. Mikey's back, so he might have some permissions that he wants to do. But anyhow, please leave a comment in the video what you think the best find of the day is. And for you non-subscribers, please subscribe and click on all bell notifications so you never miss the latest and the greatest from the best of the best. And I'll catch you on the next. Peace.